Today we are starting the process of getting ready for the baby tegus that are going to be hatching out soon. So one of those first steps is just getting our soil mixed up. So I figured I'd take you guys along and show you some of the best soil that you can make for your tegus for cheap. So right here, we get the cheapest topsoil we can find. It's the Timberline soil. There's no additives, no nothing in it. It's just topsoil. So we're gonna make one container here with just topsoil in it. I'll be honest, it's not the best stuff. There are some wood chips you might have to pick out, things like that. It's not perfect, but it works great. The next thing that we're gonna be adding in is sand, play sand. There's a few different brands you can use. I think you can use any of it. So in another tote, we're gonna put our play sand. And then in our last tote, we're gonna add our peat moss. This is the sphagnum peat moss. And the reason I put these in totes is because I'll be doing this over the next couple weeks, actually. And so I wanna put it in a tote, something I can put a lid on it to make sure nothing gets inside of it while it's being kept outside. So we're just gonna set this in here like that for now. But when we're done today, I'll probably dump it in there and put a lid on it. One year, I had fire ants get into my dirt mixture, and that was a huge headache because I brought fire ants into the reptile room and I had to get them out. So that was such a pain. Many hours spent dealing with these fire ants. Look at that stick. Like things like that, you got to get out. All right, so we're gonna get started right here. We're gonna start on this side of the room and just do 3 at a time. So the first step, I took the glass doors out, and then these enclosures are set up right now for juveniles because that's what was in them last. But we're just gonna take water bowls out, take these bricks out. These I like to use for juvenile tegus. Same thing with these hides. These are more for juveniles. You could use them for a baby for sure, but that's not typically how we set it up for the baby. So first step is just to take all this stuff outside. Our next step is to remove, oh my God, there's a lot of dirt in here. Remove all this dirt. Luckily, most of these enclosures have been empty for a while, so the dirt is not heavy, but still, it's a lot of dirt. That's why we're not doing all the enclosures in one day. Part of getting ready for the baby tegus is actually clearing out the last few enclosures of tegus that we have available. Now, I want to be fully transparent here. These tegus are here for a reason, and it's mostly because they just need more time put into them, which I don't have a lot of right now. And so we are going to have some tegus posted on our site at a discounted price, but just know that they're going to need some extra time to settle in, some extra time of handling and working with them. Here's one right here. I'll show you guys the other ones. But this one was breathing real heavy when I pulled it out. It didn't want to come out of the enclosure. But really after a minute, I'm actually surprised. Not that surprised, but I'm surprised by how much it's settled down and how fast that happens. Now, if I took it outside, maybe it would be another ordeal, but just indoors right now. But yeah, we do have a few available that we're going to be posting. So if you're interested in one, if you're up for the challenge, if you have experience, these would be a good tegu for you. If you're looking for your first tegu and you want it to be, you know, maybe an easier process, maybe you're a little bit worried about taming them down, then just wait for the babies that are going to be hatching here in just a couple weeks. But here's one that hatched last season. This is a boy right here. I think we have a male and a couple females, but they're going to be going up on the site. So if you're interested, go check them out. Here's another one that we just got out. Beautiful bars on this one. This one is a female. Good chance she's here because she has a little tail nip, which has completely regrown. You can't even tell unless I told you. But yeah, beautiful little female from Topaz and Vanessa. that is still here from last season. She's a bit skittish. She's a little flighty when she's inside of the enclosure and a little huffy puffy. Let's see if you can hear it. She's not doing it. Little huffy, little puffy once she's out, little unsure, little insecure. So needs a tender hand to come and work with her. So just like the other one, she will be on the website. All right, so I just got this one out, so I want to show you guys a little bit of their personalities. Definitely flighty, wanting to get away from me, but look how fast they settle down. Breathing heavy, but starting to calm down a little bit. I do want to check the gender. It's not going to like that. Female. Very beautiful female here. Also from Topaz and Vanessa. Had a tail nip right here. Just the tip of the tail. So, but yeah, beautiful girl here. Also going up on the site. So if you guys think you're the right fit, that's really, it can be a challenge selling Tegus that need a little extra work because we want to make sure and find the right fit for them. So if you're someone who this looks like a fun challenge to you, visit our website. You can help us make room for the new babies hatching out and get yourself a beautiful Tegu. Okay, more info will be posted on our website, rosecityreptilestx.com, link in the description. Okay, we got that first enclosure emptied out. It took about 6 bucket loads. And now we're gonna start adding in our soil. So the first thing we're gonna do is add in our topsoil. And I'm going to use the same bucket that I used to empty it out. This bucket is perfect size, but really you can use any bucket size. And the idea here is to do equal parts topsoil, sand, and peat moss. So we are gonna do 1 bucket of topsoil. Right there. Okay, so first thing, 1 bucket of topsoil. Add it in. Next, we are doing 1 bucket of sand. And the peat moss. 1 bucket of peat moss. Now we have inside this enclosure, this is a 4x2. We did 3 5-gallon buckets. And I think that's exactly what we're going for. For hatchlings, they don't need super deep soil. Any sticks this size, I take them out. A lot of the sticks in here are tiny or they're like pine bark, and that can just be left in. But the next step is just to mix it all up. And I really like this soil because I understand this soil. I understand what each component is doing. So you have the topsoil. That's just kind of like the filler. You do need that in your soil. Oh, a little piece of something. So the topsoil is kind of like your filler, okay? Your sand, that's going to allow your tegus, that's like the structure. The sand is going to be holding those burrows together when your tegus dig a burrow. The sand really helps it not collapse. And I love that part. I love, like, when I come in here and I've got a bunch of baby tegus and they have tunnels all underneath the soil. It is very cool. Now the peat moss, very important part of this. The peat moss is going to hold in the moisture. So peat moss is incredible. I think it can hold like 20 times its weight in water. So it does a fantastic job at holding in that humidity. So now they can create burrows, and inside those burrows is like 100% humidity, which is what they're going for when they're going underground in the earth. So even this big piece, I can leave it in here. It's pine bark. That's all right. So what you're left with is a beautiful mixture. equal ratios, topsoil, sand, and peat moss. And now you may even understand what each part of that soil, like what it's doing. So really, you can mix in equal parts and then you can kind of feel it and kind of see how it feels. You got to get it a little moist, and then you can kind of see, you know, is it the right mixture? Is it holding burrows? Like, you can make a little burrow with your hand and see how it's holding together. I can tell this is going to hold together just fine if it was a little bit more moist. So, and we've got it all mixed up. This soil also can support a cleanup crew. So if you wanted to make your enclosure bioactive, it's ready. You can add in your springtails and isopods right into this, and they will do fantastic. So yeah, perfect. 4x2, 15 gallons of soil. Obviously, for a tegu that's not a hatchling, you would want more than that. But for hatchlings, it's fine. I don't like to put more than I need because I'm going to be taking this soil out and replacing it because I'm going to have a bunch of babies in here. So the soil will need replaced, and if I do more than I need, it just creates a huge job. Okay, you will find the occasional rock. So yeah, we're doing 15 gallons, and it looks like the perfect amount. And this enclosure for the soil is done. Now I'm going to show you what I like to do next. All right, so we are continuing on. We skipped this enclosure as we got a couple tegus in there, but now we're in here and it is ready for dirt. All right, that's our topsoil going in. If you guys are excited about baby tegus, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if you are someone watching who has a deposit down and what clutch. So I would love to know. And eggs are going to be hatching soon. Oh, sand, by far the heaviest part of this mixture. All right, got the peat moss added in, and we're just mixing up the soil. As I mix this soil, you guys know I'm into gardening. Part of that is because soil is magic. It is amazing, and I do enjoy having my hands in it every single day. But one thing I've been thinking about is how, as a human being, how important it is to keep dreaming. You know, keep using your imagination to imagine whatever you want, because it's like, it's so easy to kind of lose that magic within yourself, or to stop believing it or seeing it clearly. And yeah, it's just like, we got to keep using our imagination collectively and in our own personal lives. Because, like, being a human being, the fact that we have, like, we're the only thing on this planet that can make the types of decisions that we can make. Like, these tegus, any animal, they're kind of run off instincts, and we're run off instincts too, but we can also become more conscious and choose exactly what we want in our lives and choose how we feel inside of us. But it's so easy to lose that. It's so easy to quit dreaming. I feel like as a planet, at least in the United States, we've collectively, we just stopped dreaming about how wonderful we could make it for everybody. Not just some, but every single human. How wonderful we could make this existence. And that's the future I dream about. It's where everybody's treated with dignity and respect and we all have a common goal. That common goal is that every human, everything on this planet can live to its full potential. You know, that would be amazing. Like what else can we dream up as human beings, as a species on this planet? We can dream up whatever we want. We can create whatever we want. It starts in your mind, and we can manifest it in the real world. Just like anything we have in our lives. It all started with a thought. So I don't know how it could happen, but I just want to see humans dreaming again. I want to see it more accessible to chase your dreams in this life. Like, we're just born onto this planet, and this life inside of us is so important and so special to us. And we want to be spending our time and energy doing what's special and important to us. And I want that life of doing what you care about to be easily accessible to every human on this planet. But I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing so much hate. But I hope we evolve as a human species. I hope we evolve, because I believe our evolution will happen, you know, with love, with just creating more love in the world. It's not really a physical evolution anymore. Our bodies are incredible. We have amazing bodies. We have incredible minds. It's just our bodies don't come with an owner's manual. And so we got people just out of control, taking their pain and anger out in terrible places. So, all right, we got another enclosure mixed up. This soil is amazing. I love this soil. So, but yeah, we got another enclosure mixed up. Now it is time to do another one. Far from done. Still a lot to do to get these enclosures completely ready. But right now we're just focused on the soil. Next step will be adding some cork bark and hides and some sphagnum moss, but that will come later. This is the first step. We still have a long ways to go in here, emptying out dirt and getting these enclosures completely ready, because we've got eggs coming. We could have eggs hatching out very soon here. Obviously, I've already said it in this video, I'm pumped. You guys are pumped. If you plan on seeing these enclosures get finished, seeing babies hatch out, everything that is to come this season, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting me in this dream of mine. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.